conflict of interest. Either you have conflict of interest or no conflict of interest. So the last, one more point, sir, removal of dealing and insider trading costs. So once again, we are trading, unnecessarily we are trading on dangerous area. See, in an age when the Prime Minister and the whole country is looking forward to give more teeth, I think we are taking away one teeth from the lawmakers, sir. Let that be and let SEBI be. Right now, it's only SEBI which can go after these companies. That is dealing in insider trading and removal of forward dealing, sir. So we need stricter, sir. We don't need relaxations. We need stricter regulations. And, sir, we are discussing all this when one Mr. King of Good Times is actually fishing somewhere in some islands near Britain or someplace, sir. So I think we need to make it stricter while we support the entire act. I'd like to bring a few other issues, sir. In US, we had the Sarbanes-Oxley Act, Foreign Corrupt Practices Act. These have significant teeth, sir. Companies there are really scared, not out of a moral need or ethical need. It's because of the sword hanging and because of the teeth those regulations have. I think we need to make regulations more stricter. In this, mostly it's relaxing those regulations, sir. So when the previous Companies Act 2013 was addressed, there's a whole list, whether it's CII or FICCIs, or a whole list of disadvantages, pros and cons that were listed out, sir. One of them is the compliant requirement continues to be very high. It's good. It's required. But if it is too high, it hits the ease of doing business. And it can be high for companies, large companies which have hundreds of employees and even the accounts and compliance departments they have. But for a small company to have such stringent compliance standards will actually reduce the ease of doing business. This was actually given earlier. There's no mention of that in this bill, sir. The memorandum of association as per the Act requires the company to declare the objective of formation. The bill removes this requirement, sir. So this is another thing, sir. We saw a telecom company importing apples. Before, we had objectives of the company, and the company had to do that business. You can't do any other business. So we cannot do relaxations on some of these, sir. I think we need to increase this, sir. I don't want to say too much, but I just want to end lastly, because I think many speakers covered these points. Lastly, sir, the first speaker, I think, so I think many speakers covered saying that we'd achieved great things by closing down defunct companies, sir. Now, this is this thing of thumping the benches too hard for very little achievement, sir. So we had 16 lakh companies, and I think the ministry did a good job. They took an initiative of closing down defunct companies, sir. So frankly, sir, I also have a personal experience in this. Recently, two companies belonging to our family, my son, was closed down. They were neither scam companies, nor they were involved in any operations which were illegal. They were not what is called as shell companies, sir. So this is merely part of spring cleaning, sir. So you get rid of unwanted things in your house. In most countries, after winter, in spring, you have enough of unwanted things, you throw out or close them out. So the ministry's initiative is good. Lot of groups of companies, they close down these unwanted companies. How many? Maybe about 16,000 or so were closed down in the last 6 months. It's very good initiative. But let us not beat this thing that we made any impact on closing down shell companies or unauthorized operations, sir. A lot more needs to be done, sir. That is not the proof of the pudding, sir. Somaya ji was mentioning we closed down these. By doing that, we have